The Earth delegation, led by Dr. Alara Hayes, arrives at the Galactic Union's Grand Summit on the space station Helios Prime. The massive station floats majestically in the void, a bustling hub of advanced species, each displaying their superior technology. Sleek spacecrafts glide smoothly through the docking bays, while holographic displays project sophisticated information in various alien languages. Alara steps off the ship, flanked by her team of scientists and diplomats. They walk through the crowded corridors, passing towering aliens with shimmering scales, floating beings of pure energy, and humanoid robots with gleaming metal bodies. The delegation is met with condescending glances and whispers, the other species clearly viewing them as inferior. Snide remarks about primitive humans and backwater Earth echo through the hallways, establishing a palpable tone of contempt. Despite the hostility, Alara holds her head high, determined to prove Earth's worth. Her eyes scan the environment, taking in the grandeur and the disdain, while her team tightens their grip on their data pads, steeling themselves for the challenge ahead. In a dimly lit chamber within Helios Prime, the Union's council members convene a secret meeting. The room, adorned with symbols of power and authority, is filled with representatives from the most advanced species in the galaxy. They sit around a large circular table, their holographic images flickering in the low light. "We cannot allow these humans to persist," declares Zaldar, a reptilian being with glowing yellow eyes. "Their violent history and reckless technological development make them a threat to galactic peace." Another council member, a being of pure light named Lumina, nods in agreement. "They have demonstrated a propensity for war and destruction. It is only a matter of time before they turn their aggression outward." The council discusses various plans, ultimately agreeing on a surprise attack during Earth's presentation. "We will strike when they least expect it," Zaldar asserts. "Their shields will be no match for our superior technology." The council members, united in their decision, conclude the meeting with a resolution to exterminate the human threat once and for all. The plan is set, and the stage is prepared for the impending confrontation. In a small, well-equipped chamber within Helios Prime, Alara and her team prepare for their presentation. The air is thick with tension, as each member understands the gravity of their mission. They gather around a holographic projector displaying the schematics of Earth's new shield technology. "We need to stay focused," Alara says, her voice steady but firm. "This is our chance to show them what we're capable of." The team members nod, reviewing their notes and running final checks on their equipment. As they work, a brief flashback sequence unfolds, showing Earth's recent history. Scenes of devastating wars, environmental crises, and the desperate struggle for survival play out. These struggles led to the development of the shield technology, a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. Alara recalls the countless sleepless nights spent perfecting the shields, the hope that they represented a new beginning for Earth. Her resolve hardens. "We've come too far to let them dismiss us." With their preparations complete, the team takes a moment to compose themselves. They know that the Union's disdain is ever present, but they are determined to prove their worth and secure Earth's place among the stars. Alara stands at the center of the Grand Assembly Hall, a holographic display behind her showcasing the intricate design of Earth's new shield technology. The room is filled with representatives from the Galactic Union, their eyes fixed on her with a mix of curiosity and disdain. "Thank you for allowing us to present," Alara begins, her voice clear and confident. "Today, we introduce Earth's latest advancement in defensive technology, the Adaptive Shield System." She taps a control pad, and the holographic display shifts to show a detailed animation of the shield in action, adapting to various forms of attacks. "Our shields can adjust in real time to different threats, providing unparalleled protection." A scoff echoes from the back of the room. Zaldar leans forward, his reptilian eyes gleaming with mockery. "Why would a primitive species like yours need such advanced technology? Are you planning to wage war against the galaxy?" Laughter ripples through the hall, but Alara remains composed. "Our history has taught us the importance of being prepared. These shields are not just for our defense but for the protection of our allies as well." She continues, highlighting the shield's unique capabilities and technological innovations. Despite the jeers and condescending remarks, she maintains her poise, determined to make them see the value of Earth's achievements. As Ilara's presentation reaches its climax, the lights in the assembly hall flicker ominously. Before anyone can react, the station's alarm blares, a harsh, jarring sound that sends a wave of panic through the crowd. Alert! Alert! Unidentified ships have breached the perimeter! The automated voice echoes through the hall. Chaos erupts as Union forces, previously hidden, launch a coordinated surprise attack on the human delegation. Blasts of energy and explosions ripple through the hall, sending delegates scrambling for cover. Ilara and her team are caught off guard, but they quickly spring into action. Activate the shields, she commands. Her team hastily inputs commands into their devices, and a shimmering, translucent barrier forms around them, enveloping the humans in a protective cocoon. Outside the shield, Union soldiers fire relentlessly, their weapons pounding against the barrier. The humans inside brace themselves as the force of the attacks reverberates through the shield. Amidst the chaos, Ilara maintains her composure. Hold the formation! We need to buy ourselves time. The station trembles from the intensity of the battle, but Earth's shield technology holds firm. Despite the onslaught, no harm comes to the delegation within the barrier. How are they doing this? Zaldar hisses, his earlier confidence replaced by frustration. Increase the firepower! The Union's forces redouble their efforts, but the human shield remains unbroken, shining defiantly amidst the storm of violence. Inside the protective shield, Ilara and her team work furiously to maintain their defense. The advanced technology of the shield is pushed to its limits, but it holds strong, much to the surprise of the Union forces. Focus on maintaining the integrity of the shield, Ilara instructs, her voice calm but commanding. We can't let them break through. The human team operates with precision, their hands moving swiftly over control panels, adjusting the shield's parameters to counter the varied attacks. The barrier flickers and hums, absorbing the energy of the blasts and redistributing it to strengthen weak points. Outside, the Union soldiers are taken aback by the resilience of Earth's technology. Their shields are holding, one of them exclaims, disbelief evident in their tone. Ilara, observing the attackers' confusion, sees an opportunity. Prepare the countermeasures, she says. Let's show them what our technology can really do. As the Union forces continue their relentless assault, Ilara's team initiates a series of countermeasures. The shield begins to emit pulses of energy, disrupting the attackers' weaponry and causing disarray in their ranks. The Union's confidence wavers as they realize they have underestimated the humans. The initial barrage, meant to overwhelm and destroy, is met with unexpected strength and strategic defense. The attackers fall back momentarily, regrouping as they try to devise a new plan to breach the seemingly impenetrable human shields. Ilara, recognizing the necessity for a decisive response, activates a hidden command on her control pad. Initiate counteroffensive protocols, she orders, her voice steely with determination. Her team quickly complies, and the shield begins to emit a low hum. Suddenly, the barrier around the humans transforms, shifting from a purely defensive force field into a weaponized structure. Hidden turrets and emitters emerge from the shield's surface, targeting the Union forces with pinpoint accuracy. Energy beams and pulses of disruptive energy shoot out from the shield, striking the Union soldiers and their equipment. The previously confident attackers are thrown into chaos as their ranks are decimated by the unexpected counterattack. Explosions ripple through the assembly hall, and Union forces scramble for cover, their formations breaking under the onslaught. How are they doing this? Zaldar roars, his earlier arrogance replaced by panic. Fall back! Regroup! The space station trembles from the intensity of the battle. The humans, using their shield as both defense and weapon, press their advantage. Union soldiers fall, their advanced weaponry rendered useless against the adaptive and offensive capabilities of the Earth technology. Ilara, her face set with grim determination, watches the chaos unfold. Keep the pressure on, she commands. We need to force them into a full retreat. The human delegation, previously on the defensive, now stands as the aggressor. The Union, reeling from the unexpected turn of events, suffers heavy casualties as the battle rages on within the trembling walls of Helios Prime. The battle within Helios Prime reaches its peak intensity. Blasts of energy and explosions reverberate through the station as both sides take severe hits. The once pristine halls of the station are now filled with smoke, debris, and the sounds of combat. Alara's team continues to leverage the offensive capabilities of their shield, targeting key points in the Union's assault. Despite their smaller numbers, the humans' strategic use of technology allows them to hold their ground and inflict significant damage on the enemy forces. Increase power to the emitters, Alara directs, her voice calm amidst the chaos. We need to maintain our advantage. The Union, realizing they have underestimated Earth's capabilities, struggles to regroup. Their initial confidence has given way to desperation as they face the relentless counterattack. Scenes of destruction and chaos illustrate the high stakes of the confrontation. Burning debris, fallen soldiers, and shattered technology litter the hall. In the midst of the battle, Lumina, a high-ranking member of the Union Council, calls out for a strategic withdrawal. We cannot sustain these losses. Pull back and regroup. The Union forces, now disorganized and demoralized, begin to retreat. The humans, though battered, hold their position, their shields flickering but unbroken. Alara's tactical brilliance and the unexpected strength of Earth's technology have turned the tide. As the Union soldiers withdraw, the assembly hall falls into an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional groan of the damaged station. The humans, though victorious, survey the aftermath with a mix of relief and somber reflection. They have proven their worth, but the cost has been high, and the consequences of this confrontation will ripple through the galaxy. As the battle continues to rage, the Union forces find themselves overwhelmed by the unexpected strength and adaptability of Earth's shields. The initial confidence that had fueled their attack has dissipated, replaced by the stark realization that they are outmatched. Fall back! Zaldar orders, his voice barely audible over the din of combat. We cannot sustain these losses! Union soldiers, now in disarray, begin to retreat. The once coordinated assault collapses into a chaotic scramble for escape. Alara, observing the retreat through the shimmering barrier of the shield, seizes the moment to press their advantage. Maintain pressure, but do not pursue, she commands. We've proven our point. The human team nods in understanding, continuing to defend their position while allowing the Union forces to withdraw. The space station, once a symbol of the Galactic Union's power and unity, is now a battlefield strewn with debris and fallen soldiers. As the last of the Union's forces flee, a tense silence falls over the assembly hall. The humans, battered but victorious, deactivate their shields and take a moment to catch their breath. The realization of their victory slowly sets in, tempered by the heavy cost of the confrontation. The aftermath of the battle is stark and sobering. The Grand Assembly Hall of Helios Prime is unrecognizable, filled with smoke, debris, and the wounded. Medical teams rush to tend to the injured, while the remains of the battle are cleared away. In a secluded chamber, the Union leaders hold an emergency meeting. The atmosphere is tense, their earlier arrogance replaced by a wary respect for humanity. We cannot ignore what just happened, Lumina states solemnly. Our assessment of Earth was gravely mistaken. Zaldar, though still resentful, nods in agreement. We underestimated them, and we paid the price. We must reassess our stance on humanity. Meanwhile, Alara and her team gather in a quiet corner of the hall, reflecting on the battle and its implications. The exhaustion and loss weigh heavily on their shoulders, but there is also a sense of pride in what they have accomplished. We proved we belong here, one of her team members says, breaking the silence. But at what cost? Alara, her eyes scanning the devastated hall, nods slowly. We've taken a significant step, but this is just the beginning. We need to ensure that the lives lost today were not in vain. In the days following the battle, Earth's delegation, now in a position of power, enters negotiations with the Galactic Union. The once hostile council chamber is now a venue for cautious diplomacy, the Union leaders visibly subdued by their recent defeat. Alara, standing at the head of the human delegation, speaks with authority. We demand respect and equal standing within this union. The events of the recent battle have demonstrated our capabilities and our right to be here. Lumina, representing the Union, responds with a measured tone. We acknowledge the strength and resilience of your people. It is in all our interests to avoid further conflict. The negotiations proceed with a mixture of tension and cooperation. The Union, recognizing the need to avoid another disastrous confrontation, reluctantly agrees to Earth's terms. Formal agreements are drafted, outlining mutual respect and cooperation between Earth and the Galactic Union. As the final documents are signed, there is a palpable sense of a new beginning. This is a historic moment, Alara says, addressing both her team and the Union leaders. We have proven that we are more than what you believed us to be. Together, we can achieve a future of shared prosperity and peace. The scene concludes with the representatives of Earth and the Galactic Union exchanging respectful nods. The formal negotiations mark the start of a new dynamic, one where humanity is recognized as a formidable and equal member of the galactic community.